Hello, this is Paul Nelson with Western Sport Floors, Wyoming Wood Floors, coming to you today from Missoula, Montana. I've got my chop saw today because apparently my table saw is out on a job, but the chop saw will work as a podium just fine. Today we want to talk about what we formerly called screen and recoats, and we have started to call them an annual maintenance coat, or in many cases now a biannual maintenance coat. We started to change this up about a year and a half ago in our organization. I'm going to give you some ideas about what it is that we are doing. This is by no means meant to be the definitive way that you're supposed to do an annual maintenance coat, but it's our way. It's worked well for us. If this is something that will help you, then please learn from us. So we still use a typical buffer or side-by-side machine. We've simply mounted a chemical tank on this machine. I am going to cut at this point to a job that we did recently in a commercial setting, a bar-restaurant setting. This facility had not had an annual maintenance coat in about 7 years. So the biggest challenge that we had was getting the ground up hamburgers, the spilled beer, and whatever else had made its way to the floor of this restaurant in 7 years. But cleaning this floor was the most critical component, and it's a very, very critical component in a gym as well. So when we clean these floors, especially in a gym setting, we are generally just using an SPP pad. In the case of the restaurant and in the case of gyms where we have a lot of stuff on the floor, especially under bleachers, Jolly Ranchers, spilled sodas, milkshakes, whatever makes its way to that gym floor, and in some facilities that doesn't get cleaned up until we get there, we have been known to use a black stripper pad. That has worked really well for us, a black stripper pad. We will use different products. I don't necessarily have one that I'm overly particular to. The Basic Coatings is a good product. That IFT, Intensive Floor Treatment. So we will use at the suggested rate the IFT in the chemical tank of this buffer. I will also show picking up the dirty water, if you will, dirty foam. There's not a lot of water. Mostly what you're going to see on this video is foam. We can tack that up using a broom and a towel. And then wring that towel out in a mop bucket. We also, in gym settings, will often use an auto scrubber to pick up that dirty water. Let's recognize that on a brand new gym floor, it voids the warranty to use an auto scrubber, so we are not recommending that anyone would use an auto scrubber during the warranty period of a brand new gym floor. Once the floor is clean, we will come behind and abrade the floor using a square scrub. And this particular machine is a Sand Dragon, available from Basic Coatings. So we are also using an SPP pad with the Sand Dragon. The Sand Dragon, we're using some kind of a rinse solution. Basic Coatings makes a product called Squeaky. Hilliard makes a product called Pregame. Both of those products are an alcohol-based product, which means that almost as soon as that water goes down, it's quickly evaporating. You can see on the little clip here, we're back to doing the bar restaurant, and you can see that there's a little bit of foam on the floor, but it's easily wiped up. And I just remind you that most of that is foam from the agitation action of that SPP pad under that square scrub machine. Foam is quickly and easily picked up without leaving a lot of water residue behind either by tacking it with a towel or coming behind with an auto scrubber. We have found for us this solves a lot of challenges that we faced on the traditional screen and recoat that was leaving a lot of dust in the gym behind us, creating other problems for the owners. We were coming in to work on their floor, but we were creating dust on their crash mats, dust in their bleachers, dust in their pennants hanging from the ceilings, and so we were actually creating an additional problem when we were coming in to do the annual maintenance coat. By going with the chemical tanks on these machines, 100% has eliminated any possibility of dust in that facility. And again, we find that either tacking up that residue or using an auto scrubber helps us to quickly and efficiently clean these floors in preparation for a great final coat of finish. The other thing that I'd like to bring up is that the only thing in most cases in a gym that we're touching the floor with is an SPP pad. We're leaving a very, very fine scratch. I think if you read closely on the literature of a 3M SPP pad, I think it says that's equivalent to about a 200 grit abrasive. That's a very, very fine scratch, and we have found that a single coat of a sport poly of about 43 to 45% leaves an excellent, excellent look. It's been our experience. With water, we do still do 2 coats. So that's how we've been doing it. We've had pretty good luck with that system. Hopefully this will help somebody else. If you have suggestions, I'd love to hear from you. For Western Sport Floors, Wyoming Wood Floors, coming to you today from Missoula, Montana. This is Paul Nelson. You make it a great day.